Hello everybody, we play Milton Keynes in the Carabao Cup. Very interesting game. So let's take a quick preview at the two clubs with a fairly storied history, especially in these past years, and have a look and see what may happen and what factors we have to take into going into this match. So first of all, let's start with Wycombe Wanderers. So we all generally know the story of Wycombe Wanderers. We lost to Exeter City 3-0 at home on the opening day of the season. Two quick-fire goals in 5 minutes, a penalty conceded in the ninth, saved by Max Struijk, and a final goal in the 83rd minute, I believe, that condemned us to a really poor start to the season. Now, Matt Bloomfield and the lads will want to bounce back against local rivals and put in a good performance, and a good performance here really lifts spirits both among fans and among the players in what was a really poor start to the season. MK Dons, on the other hand, had a very fantastic start to their League 2 campaign. Don't forget they got relegated. So they won 5-3 against Wrexham. It's a good Wrexham are a good team. They've got a lot of good players. Didn't make too many transfers, but a lot of their players were League 1, League 2 standard players anyway. Look at the players they brought in. Guys like Paul Mullen, he could have came in at Wycombe. So they didn't need to make too many transfers. So winning 5-3 against them is a good statement of intent. I had to take a look at their friendlies to see what their last matches. So they played 4 friendlies. They lost to Wealdstone 2-1. We beat Wealdstone. They lost to Coventry 5-1. And they lost to Northampton 3-1. They drew versus Barnet 1-1. They did not win a single game of their pre-season, but they have came out with a win in the league, which is where it matters. So they are managed by Graham Alexander, who likes to play a 3-5-2. He took Salford to the EFL Trophy final, was sacked, and then he got 5th in the Scottish Championship with Motherwell, so he has experience under his belt and does look like a smart appointment. He knows the league and he knows it well, and they'll be hoping that he can help bring them back up to where they feel they belong. So, any players we look out for. Now, I've not done it on the board because it's going to be very difficult tomorrow to try and predict what the teams are going to be, because, well, maybe it'll be, for example, for Wycombe. Gareth Ainsworth would typically play with a very rotated squad. A lot of young lads getting starts, a lot of young lads getting minutes, mixed in with a couple of players looking for fitness. MK Dons may very well do something similar. One thing I did notice about MK Dons is they don't seem to have the greatest squad depth at the moment. There may be players injured or just unavailable, or they just simply haven't got the players to really create a good bench from what I saw against Wrexham. So I'm not going to predict it, and it's actually going to be a very interesting thing to see whether Matt Bloomfield will line out with a fairly strong first 11 to try and get some confidence against who are theoretically a weaker team, or will he give players game time? Now, there are some players that I do believe deserve game time in this match tomorrow, even if we line out with a strong team. Damani Mellor stood out in pre-season, so did Jack Young. I believe they both should get a shot in senior football. TJ DeBar has already proved himself, and I thought it was actually quite strange he didn't come off the bench to try and change the game against Exeter. So I'm hoping they all get game time. Jasper Patterson as well, if possible. He's shown he is a capable wing-back. So there are players I do hope to get game time, but it's going to be hard to predict who's going to play and who might not play. Very possibly some of the fringe squad players will play with a mixture of the regular players. Low, I believe, will play too, so it could go any number of ways, really. So their key players, as far as I can tell, are Isa and Leko, the 2 strikers that played against Wrexham. They got 15 goals in League 1. Isa in particular had a fairly poor season, so he will have a lot to prove there at this level. And Cameron Norman, a pickup he got this summer, actually seems to be a very threatening right wing back/right midfielder. He got 5 goals, 5 assists in League Two in the 2022-23 campaign. So whoever's that left wing back, be it Harry Boyes, Pattenden, or somebody else, they will have to watch out because he does seem like a very, very good threat going down that wing. Perhaps unlucky he didn't get moved to League One. So let's have a look at the last 5 games between our two teams. So last season we drew with MK Dons at home 2-2, and we beat them away 1-0. In the 21-22 season, we played them 4 times, but we're going to look at the last 3 times because I'm only doing the last 5 matches. We beat them 2-0 at home in the playoff semi-finals and lost to them 1-0 away from home, but that was good enough to get us the playoff finals. Then we lost 1-0 away at home to them in the regular season before. So that gives us 2 wins, 1 draw, and 2 losses. It should be noted, 3 of those games came when they had Scott Twine. Yeah, he's not there anymore. Neither is Troy Patney. A lot of players aren't there anymore. A lot of very, very good players. They still have a strong squad, first 11, I'd say. I think they're going to be fighting to get promoted back to League Two or League One. So I get promoted out of League Two into League One. But it would be interesting to see tomorrow how both teams line out. I will be travelling up. I'll be getting a lift up, and I'm really looking forward to it. Away days are a lot of fun. It tends to be the same people going, so it's a really, really good environment. I'd definitely say if you can make it tomorrow, I know people are working, people have children, fair enough. But if you can make it tomorrow, do. There'll be tickets to the gate, I believe. It'll be fantastic for support to come out. Yeah, not really much to say because it's not like it's a league game where you can confidently predict who the best 11 will be. We may not play the best 11, neither will MK Dons. It depends. Will Matt Bloomfield try and get in a cup run under the belt, or will he be satisfied to do what Gareth Ainsworth did and give young lads that opportunity to impress? We do have a larger squad than we did the previous season, so there are players we could play and give game time to. It'd be interesting to see what happens with MK Dons, and we can see the standard they'll be at. A win for us would be fantastic, not just to get a win under our belts, but to get a win against MK Dons would be fantastic. Come on, it's MK Dons. We always want to beat them every time. And if we are winning, we will be doing F off you franchise the county as well, because that is one of my favourite chants, I can't lie to you. When we were at Portsmouth and it got relegated and everybody's chant, fantastic. Absolutely brilliant. But let me know what you think. Do you think we're going to beat MK? Do you think they're going to take the fight to us? Could go either way. But I hope you have a good day, Wanderers. I hope to see you at the match.